Meghan Sussex talking about her flat ironing her hair took me back to my own experience.
How many of you girls were feeling it when Megan Sussex said on her podcast with Katie Lee, Confessions of a Female Founder, when she was at Northwestern, she did flat ironing her hair the old school way. It took me right back to high school and me putting not a flat iron, but a pressing comb because I thought, oh, I'm just gonna get my edges. I put it on the stove without telling my mom because I said, no, I can do this. I don't have to ask my mom how to do it. When we go to the hair salon, I can do this. Put that thing on high and then put the pressing comb on the heat and then say, oh, yeah, get a towel out and, you know, dab it on the towel a couple times. And I took a chunk of hair out of the front of my head. I went to my mom. I tried to do bangs. It just was bad. It was very bad. Don't start with the front of your head if you're going to do something like that. Yeah, it just yeah, my hair just burnt off. So one piece was really short and the rest was long. Sometimes you got to learn the hard way, huh? Yeah. But I felt that one. Did anyone else feel that story like it took you back? Hopefully, none of you guys made my mistake, but I'm sure some of you are out there who did too and had to wait for that to grow out looking crazy. But I love the podcast. I love the personal conversations. It's just really good. Oh, and did you notice Katie was like that Megan entertains like no one else? Like these are the people who see her in private and actually know her. And I love that they're saying how nice and amazing she is. And of course, Megan is an investor in Katie's business, which is amazing. So, yeah, hearing her friends and people she know, like if you notice the people that she come across and get to know and that come in her life end up being her friends. And that's something to be said. That's lovely. That's lovely to see.
Well, they've broken the internet once again, and as ever, see what I did there, every international digital media publication over 100 languages are pushing Harry and Meghan to the top after their successful Times 100 summit. And there's various images that you can look at, some lovely video as well, but whichever way you sum it up, they both look tanned, relaxed, happy, full of self-confidence, as if they don't have a care in the world. And I could not personally be happier for them. When Meg was on stage, she described how she shuts out mainstream media. She's learned to impose boundaries. If there's something news critical that she needs to know, a member of her team will brief her. She's the happiest she's ever been. The royalists are going mad. Harry's living in New York, she's in California. Buh, buh, buh. This is what it's all about. It's a real shame that the taxpayer-funded, non-working royal family are all on their fourth or fifth holiday of this year, or will be next week, sorry. They can't even string a sentence together. They can't talk about happiness. They can't talk about boundaries. They can't talk about success. They can't talk about life experience because they haven't lived it. If you don't live something, you can't talk about it. Good luck to these two. Bigger things coming for them over the summer. Comments are open as ever. Second time, let me know what you think. Morning friends, happy Friday, how are you doing? Gosh, it's been a busy week for these two, right? fresh from the Times 100 event, which was spectacular. I love the way that Meghan spoke openly on stage, and also the way that Harry was also by her side. And then on to, arguably, a potentially more important event, and that was the memorial attended by many, many parents where a child had been lost, and social media was a major contributor to that loss. And it was emotional. Some of the video content from that showing the people, the children, the young adults that have departed this earth, shown on massive phones, which was kind of enforcing the point very, very clearly in everyone's minds. Hugely, hugely emotional event. Get to the point, Martin. Harry and Meghan, wherever they go, they shine a light on the things that people need to talk about. The things that the world's media need to highlight. And this headline encapsulates the power that Harry and Meghan have. Because even the Daily Mail have been forced to print a headline that makes everybody think, yeah, there's a point there. We need to change this system. We need to change the power of technology. It's time to do something good. Also, final point, get on with it, Martin. Harry and Meghan do not feel the need to accept the status quo or keep the peace. They will challenge where challenge is needed. From Harry's court case about his security in the UK, to this, to Invictus, to low educational standards across the board. They're in there as any member, subtle hint, of any royal family should be, using their power to talk eloquently about the things we need to consider in modern society and forcing change. That is it. Have a brilliant Friday. The weekend is in sight. Let me know what you think. Morning, friends. Happy Friday. And if you followed Harry and Meghan on their journey over the last 5 years, you will totally understand how the press internationally is absolutely obsessed with them. They've got some magnetic star power. Whether you like them or not, you cannot deny that. The world's media shine a light on the things that Harry and Meghan want to talk about, because basically the media repeat whatever Harry and Meghan say and show photographs of wherever they go. And I guess it's a bit of a dichotomy for the British non-working taxpayer-funded royal family when you see stats like this. You know, a Daily Mail article can be posted for hours, 4 hours about the Charles and Louis, 2 comments, 27 minutes about Meghan, 650 comments. So there's that instant public reaction to absolutely anything and everything that Meghan and Harry do. They really capture the public's attention, and that makes the media, well, the media are forced to write about them, right? And that is good. Let me get to the point quickly and tell you why. Harry and Meghan are not afraid to challenge the status quo. If the media write about them, we see the events that Harry and Meghan are attending. If we see the events that Harry and Meghan are attending, everybody has a conversation about the issues. And that's all they want to do. They want to start and continue the conversations about the things the world should be talking about. That's their star power. I can't see it ending. They are literally hot property. They are the thing, and they have been the thing that's been happening for 5 years. The non-working taxpayer British royal family who do little for zero return on investment, no one cares. It's old news. They don't want to work. They haven't got anything interesting to say. When they do say things it's not very eloquent, that's not our bag. People aren't interested. Comments are open as ever. Have a brilliant Friday. Let me know what you think. Prince Louis's birthday yesterday. I've got to say I really like this image because it's a real skill as a photographer to be able to capture the personality of someone in a still. We all know that Louis is a bit of a cheeky monkey. He acts the goats at royal events. This photo captures that perfectly, and hats off to the photographer. Few things from my side that feel really weird. I thought it was Kate that always does the family photos. Kate, the photographer that was then an amateur photographer when she made a mistake. Interesting how the descriptions of people in the royal family change, isn't it? Why has somebody else taken this? Also, normally they're posted at midnight on the day of the child's birthday. This was posted yesterday afternoon, although some staffer in an office had done it. Third thing, the labelling isn't an exactly gushing family tribute, is it? It's not like, oh, Louis, can't believe how fast you're growing up. You know, many congratulations on your 7th birthday. Posted late with a caption that suggests it was done by a staffer and the photograph was taken by an external photographer. The weirdness continues. Also, forgot to say on my earlier video this morning, Meghan and Harry, obviously all over the news because of the Times 100 event. Nothing about Kate and William. Their holiday next week, which the Daily Mail's called it a holiday next week for their anniversary, that article has been removed. I'm so mad I didn't screenshot it. I'll try and find it later. Crickets. Because they don't do anything, obviously, but I'm just pointing out, even the media are getting bored with the non-working side of the royal family. Anyway, as ever, comments are open. Have a brilliant day. Let me know what you think.
So I know I said last week's episode of Confessions of a Female Founder with Meghan was my favorite episode yet, even though we're only 2 episodes in. But definitely episode 3 with Caddy Lee, founder of Highbrow Hippie, is my favorite because it was 2 black girls talking about hair. And shout out to Caddy Lee. I also am known as a girl with her tinted highlights in her hair. There must just be something in the water at those schools that we attended. But I absolutely loved this episode because for all those who come into my comment section trying to say to me, oh, it's so good that you black women are supporting a white woman, referring to Meghan Sussex. Yes, we do support white women who are true allies. However, there is no longer any question as to what Meghan Sussex identifies as, because these 2 women kept referring to each other as black women. And I love that, and I loved that these are the conversations we need to have. And I love Caddy Lee, just her story, being a Jamaican woman, and, you know, who better than your hairdresser, of which Caddy Lee is, to keep referring to each other and, you know, having a conversation of us black women. Because your hairdresser is one of those people who you spend hours in that chair getting to know, and she knows the hair texture. But it was just such a beautiful conversation because, you know, there's that deep down in most black women, there is just that entrepreneurial spirit. And the discussion is just beautiful because just the topic of hair with black women, that's our topic. And when Meghan Sussex talks about how when she was at varsity and how she had to have the hot comb, and people would be like, oh, something's burning. It's a natural topic for us black women. So it was just so nice to be part of that. And also, obviously they're both Leos, and guess who's another Leo? Moi. So I could, their energy, them talking, I felt like I was in the room with them because everything they were talking about, I could identify with. And it's such a beautiful, you know, topic here, obviously, but then also for the Black community, but then also just the driving spirit of what Caddy Lee went through to set up her company and everything that was going on just before COVID and George Floyd. It's a real, it's a real interesting journey, and how, you know, they were kind of ahead of the trend of what it's like being a Black woman in America. And it was an interesting conversation to listen to. And I also there was a really funny bit, which this is what I love about Meghan Sussex. I mean, I say it's funny because she kind of chuckled at it. Obviously, it's not really funny, but where she said, I think Caddy Lee said something like, "I just can't catch a break." And Meghan Sussex says, "Yeah, tell me about it." And they start laughing about it. And I love that. I love that every single episode, and I keep saying this from episode 1, us, her supporters, we are listening and we are hearing what she's telling us. And what she's telling us is her healing journey, and how, you know, she's come out on the other side. And not only has she come out kind of swinging, but she's, like she said, at time 100, she's the happiest she's ever been in her life. And I admire that so much, because if you really think about it, it takes a certain type of person to go through that. But Caddy Lee is just, she's hairstylist to the stars, and just her journey from Jamaica and living in a very white part of America, and then traveling to New York, and again the racial profiling of you can only be a shampooist or what have you, and how she's just literally raised herself from nothing to deciding to move to LA, and, you know, how she is just like a colorist. And I love that there's the well-being aspect in the brand as well, because I think well-being is very important for everybody. And speaking of which, I've just had my B12 shot, so I'm boosted up. But it's just a beautiful story, and I highly recommend it, especially for us Black women. This is a lovely conversation because it's a real conversation. And I love that the dreams and the aspirations, there's still more goals after even achieving the kind of success. And it's lovely to hear some of her celebrity clients as well, which is just so lovely. And shout out Caddy Lee. I just got my hair did, and yes, I have my signature highlights just to match you, girl. But no, go listen to it. Episode 3, really, really good. And, you know, as someone who's also had businesses and dabbled here and there, I'm getting inspired again to do because I am a natural entrepreneur, and I've done so many things over the years. And I enjoy, being my own boss and doing my own thing. So thank you, ladies, for just inspiring me. But yeah, really good episode. Go have a listen. And just a real advisory to everyone, really, that the conversations are now really targeted for a specific type of person. And this is why the last 2 episodes we're not hearing much from those other people, because these are intellectual, intelligent, inspirational conversations. And it's for people who have the capacity to last 30 minutes listening to something, because I know some people can't even hack 3 minutes. So this is just for those who are, a little bit up here. But, it's open for everyone. But this is what I'm seeing now, that this is, it's very clever. It's very, very clever people. It's not for the basics and the nonsense. This is for people who are taking notes and are inspired. But beautiful, beautiful conversation for Black women for this episode in particular. I absolutely loved it.
Her name is Luna Sourcing China. If y'all want to know where they get all this shit from, go to Luna Sourcing China on TikTok, okay? She is airing everybody's shit out. Lululemon, Gucci, Prada. You want to know where to get the shit from? She is telling y'all, if y'all are not buying y'all shit half price, wholesale, from China and stop going to these fucking American stores because it's the same goddamn thing, I don't know what to tell you. And I put this on my other page. But I found out Gucci get they same shit made the same place that DH Gate get they shit from. It's just the label y'all paying for. They may mess with the label a little bit at DH Gate, but it's still Gucci. I'm going to DH Gate, ho. But I'm going to go check out Luna Source in China first. She's spilling out. I love China. I love China. China is petty as fuck.
So I'm going to give y'all a breakdown on living in China versus living in America. And I know a lot of people don't know too much about China, but I was there for the last 2-3 years. And honestly, bro, when I look at all the places that I've been, from Japan, I've been to Dubai, I've been to Saudi Arabia, I've been to Africa, Hong Kong, bro, America is trash. Like, I'm telling you, America is trash, bro. All that American dream, the land of the free, it's all a lie, bro. Everybody's depressed here. Everybody's depressed here, bro. Like, I'll go to China, it's 50, 60-year-old women outside dancing, clapping their hands, bruh. I'll come to America, ain't nobody outside. Ain't nobody outside walking around looking at the trees. Bro, I go to China, people literally just walk around all day like this, smiling, looking at trees, looking at butterflies. And I'm like, bruh, this country is so depressing. Everybody is struggling, bruh. Everybody is struggling. Even people with money. If you don't have peace here, it don't matter how much money you have. So the people that do have money in America, they might have a good life with, a house, car, but that doesn't determine your peace. You feel me? So it's people with money that's stressing too. Man, secondly, the opportunity in China. First, I went for basketball, but after my season and everything like that, I stayed, and tried to network, and I met people that I never thought I would meet. Networking in China is like drinking water, because when Chinese people see you, they see America. They know America is one of the best markets when it comes to consuming. America is like one of the best because all we do is buy. We buy from all these other countries. So a lot of people took me as an opportunity, like a asset, basically. Bro, I met this one man. I don't know how I met this guy. Look, I met him. He took me out to dinner, got me my hotel, took me to his family crib. I met his mom. Look, he owns an alkaline factory for water. So the water that he produces comes from a mountain in China. I'm talking about the CEO of the company. He asked me if I want to make my own water, I can do it. Random stuff like this, you'll go through in China. Like, you'll literally meet the owner of a multi-million-dollar company. Will this ever happen in America? No. You're never going to meet people like this in America. So it's like, what real opportunity do we have? What real opportunity do we have in America where we can really connect and network with people? We don't have it. I'm telling you right now, it's no real opportunity here. Man, the cost of living, bro, I still have my condo. I have a 4-bedroom condo. Guess how much I pay a month? Guess how much I pay a month? I wish I can show y'all, but I'm not there right now. I pay $600 for a 4-bedroom condo on a 32nd floor. Maid service, groceries cheap. I get all my groceries delivered. I bought a whole fridge worth of groceries, right? I bought so much fruit, Wagyu beef for the burgers, bread. I bought a whole grocery list, right? I spent probably $60. I have to buy food for 2 weeks. All my stuff got delivered to my crib in 20 minutes. And the reason why China is so convenient, because they have over 1 billion people there. So if it's more people, that means it's going to be more businesses, more services that can help you. So everything you do is fast paced. You don't have to wait too long. You go here, it's quick. Car pick you up, quick. Everything quick. The only real problem in China was the language barrier and the traffic. The traffic crazy. The traffic worse than New York, I ain't gonna lie. But bro, I'm telling y'all, if you have your passport, go travel. If you still young, go travel, bro. Don't stay here. Don't stay here. Because 9 times out of 10, we feel like we gotta have a certain amount of bread to be successful here. And that's what they make us feel like we have to do. Why do everyone feel like they have to make millions to live good? No, bro, you can make 250,000 and leave. Get out of America. Don't come back. Start a little business, make your cool little 3K, 4K a month, and go to Asia. Asia is cheap. Even Africa. Africa is cheap. Because I'm telling you right now, America is declining. The next 5 years, you think we're going to go here? No. The next 10 years, we're going to be down even more. All these other countries in Africa and Asia, they're going to develop. They're going to develop each and every year. Bro, the amount of growth I've seen from China from 2019, my first time going there, to 2024 has almost doubled. In America, they still working on potholes on the highway. Man, get y'all passport. Get y'all passport, go travel. You'll be surprised what you see, bruh.
Breaking news. The Trump administration has arrested a Wisconsin judge. She simply stood up for due process and immigrant rights. This is extremely dangerous. This is a blatant violation of the rule of law, an attack on our courts. We all need to speak up. This is the most dangerous move the Trump administration has made.
I am sick and tired of people who think a IUD is a landmine, telling me that the people I live by didn't understand what they were voting for. Who do we think we are? I've heard some of you read out loud. When some of us don't know the difference between a hysterectomy and a mastectomy. And y'all have the nerve to sit here and talk about science and think the world is 2,000 years old. The same people who say, I don't believe in pronouns. I is a pronoun. We use meritocracy so much in here, we think that that's actually how we got here. This is not a meritocracy. This is a popularity contest. Meritocracy is how those people who perform abortions got their job. I've heard some of you talk about Jesus on this floor and talk about a woman's hind parts down at the bar. Stop making it seem like a woman's worth is just between our legs. For God's sake, goodness gracious. I don't need you to sympathize with me. I need you to mind your business.
Hello, my people. Lady Rosie here. This my little table here is a little bit too short. I never knew that I was that tall. You know, sometimes I'll be very tall. And some days I'll be short. It just depends on the day. It depends on how the salty island people pissed me off. So how you do, my people? All my new subscribers, you're welcome, man. My returning subscribers, y'all know I love you. Welcome, the new people. I've seen quite a few of y'all guys. I appreciate y'all guys, and thanks for your continued support to all my OGs, my queens and my kings. God bless you. So guys, we've been traveling around the social media, making videos about random stuff. Well, those random stuff also pertains to that family. How y'all know which family I'm talking about? That salty island family, that terrible family, that family that is used to unaliving people and destroying people's lives like for centuries, and nobody's holding them accountable. Nobody. They're doing what they're doing, and they are shameless and very arrogant. And that arrogance, God is going to take care of it one day. We're down here. We just calling them powerful, but y'all know the real powerful person out here is God Almighty. Who knew that Lizzie was going to leave one day? We were born, Lizzie was there. We grew up and became all we are right now. Lizzie was still here. She just disappeared a few years ago, you know. So Charlie Boy is thinking he's going to make it that long. No, dude, you ain't not lucky. Your mother never wanted to abdicate because she knew. She knew what kind of person you were. That lady kind of hang around there for almost 100 years. Was it 70? One of those. Yeah. Right now you have Charlie Boy, and did y'all see all those articles? These people talking about Charlie Boy having some kind of trouble with the Prince Bully. They're having a little bit of issue because the Prince Bully is not happy about how he's handling his brother. But I doubt this information to be true. I believe there's other thing that is cooking in that family, and number one is the divorce. Okay, bullying is a little bit distant because I believe that's just me. Okay, that's my opinion. I think Charlie Boy told Bulliam, you cannot divorce because look at what happened to me with your mama. Even though I became tampon to a married woman, but I didn't want it to go down that way. But everything kind of blew out of proportion, and the media did come out here and put them nose in my business, and I ended up the way I ended, and your brother ended up in America, and he ran away from me. Basically, I ain't got nothing. Right now, the people who left with me, it's the lady I was tampon for, her children, and the children of her children became like my direct family members. I can't even see your children. I can't see you because you damn deep into the bottles, son. Please stop the bottles and do not sign that divorce paper because it did me wrong. I believe that's the thing that is happening right now there, because that divorce is on the table. And if it's not on the table, it's already done, because guess what? Did y'all watch those videos in Vatican? You did, right? Yes. So let's go from there. You saw every single head of state came over there with their wives. The person who does not travel with his wife around, we know, is Vladimir Zelensky. We know Zelensky doesn't travel with his wife because that dude is fighting. Okay? But the rest of them, I saw a few of these African leaders, also presidents. I saw them in Vatican. Some of them came and showed up. And I saw this one from the Democratic Republic of Congo. They are, damn, baby, let's talk about that one. That motherfucker, the dude from the Democratic Republic of Congo. If y'all didn't know, there is war that's been going on in that country for over 40 years. Yes, you heard me right. And with that war, girl, you know, how can I say it? If I say it the way I want to say it, this video ain't going to go through, because, you know, every time I talk about those kind of matters, they have their own AI on here, on those YouTube that be shutting me up. They shut all the truth. If you want to come with any kind of truth, it won't go through. But let me just tell you briefly, this dude from the Democratic Republic of Congo signed some kind of deal with Donald Trump. And y'all saw the video, I posted the picture for y'all guys to see. I want the U.S. aid to shut its door to helping any African country. Africa ain't no poor. The presidents are the lazy ass stupid people who are running those countries. Let's not say more than that because probably the video ain't gonna go through. Shut down the USAID. The mineral deal got signed by Markle Rubio. Y'all saw him hanging with that prime minister of Congo. And the guy you saw there, the other black dude there is a politician from Rwanda. Apparently the government of these people here, y'all do tell people around here, y'all don't know if U.S. has anything to say in Africa. Yes, U.S. runs Africa. Yes, the Western countries runs Africa. What else do you want people to tell y'all guys? Do you think you will just get elected in an African country and be a leader when these Western countries are not behind you? They actually dictate what happens in those governments down there. The mineral deal got signed. All of them, hi. And right now, apparently, they want Rwanda to run the Democratic Republic of Congo and use its mineral. In Rwanda, there is nothing. Remember, the Duchess of Sussex went to help people in Rwanda because there's nothing in Rwanda. They don't even have no minerals in that Rwanda. They have food. Their soil is arable. They do great deal to send their coffee around here. But a pot of coffee, they ain't got no gold, they ain't got no diamond, they ain't got no coltan, they ain't got no cassiterite, they got no uranium, they got none of those. And all of those are in the Democratic Republic of Congo. That's why the war doesn't stop, and that's why you see all those wars, and that's why you see the refugees from the Democratic Republic of Congo around the world. That's why. And why you don't see it on media? Black people. It's because little black people being unalived. Who cares? Nobody. Yeah. There we go. So let's go to our business. I just wanted to lay that part down there real quick. It's sad, isn't it? So let's pray for that USAID to never open its door anymore to help those countries down there. There are no excuses. Those people have it all. They refuse to use. If those countries want to earn anything, they want to have it, build anything in their countries, they have to develop whatever they can do, the refineries for those minerals so they can do every single thing in Africa. Most of countries, not most of them. I believe it's only one, South Africa, does actually do something with their minerals down there. So the rest of the countries, you all need to kind of learn from this little tiny bitty South Africa. You know that little South Africa is really tiny, but it's taking the lead over you, and they're doing some good stuff. And why they are advanced? Because you also had those Western there for too long. You all, the rest of the other ones, you said you didn't want, you were colonizers around, but you still have the colonizers. They have like a really long fork, and with that fork you eat from the same plate. You go like that, and they're eating a little bit close, and they're eating a little bit close, and they're eating really good. Look at their countries. I mean, look at their countries, and look at their people. They all wear gold and diamonds. Why the hell you don't wear no gold and diamonds? Why? Y'all Africans, y'all need to wake up. It's time already. It's 2025 already. All those messes were happening in 1960s when y'all got independence in those countries. And what's going on till right now? You gonna tell me it's still that hard? You can't even learn from the Chinese, the Mao Zedong people. You can't learn nothing? Don't get me started. Let me go mind my success business. That's what brought me here, actually. I just needed to call y'all guys, my foes, out a little bit because y'all guys be pissing me off. So, guys, yeah, this thing kind of boils my blood, like really in a bad way. Yes, it does. It's really painful. I hate seeing my people be sitting in one place and refuse to develop their countries. And you waiting for someone like this guy here, the orange dude, to help y'all out. Now you signed the deal, means y'all gonna give him all the minerals. How much are you gonna get? How many percentage y'all guys gonna get? And you gonna help people with that? And you gonna stop the poo 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 poo? You will? You're gonna stop it. All right, Success Squad. Let's go back to success business. Are you guys watching the podcast? I'm not seeing a whole lot of y'all guys down here. We are on the battlefield out here. We need to go down there, watch everything that the Duchess is posting. Her podcast. We need to go out there and put our ratings, write reviews, go on Netflix. With Love, Meghan is there. It's not over yet. It's still season 1, right? And we're going to go to season 2. And we need all those big names out there for the Duchess of Sussex. Them people on Saudi Island are fighting. So we heard everything about the bullying with his daddy. But y'all know, those people can't teach nobody how to behave. Those are terrible people that the world shouldn't even sit down there to learn anything from. But since the world just accepts for everything to be whitewashed, well, that's why this mistress is queen. They're calling mistress queen. All this thing that the mistress did, I was a little kid when she was doing all those stuff. It didn't happen like 100 years ago. It didn't happen during Marie Antoinette's time. It didn't happen during the Medici time. It did not happen during the Anne Boleyn time. We're talking right now here. We're just turning 40 years old. That's when this girl was doing this thing. This mistress, the wicked stepmother. And the world accepted her. She goes around and everybody calls her queen. She went to Italy. Those people cooked pizza for her. They're like, well, we're going to give the pizza to the queen. They were shaking like they're so happy that they welcomed that queen and ate their pizza. Those filthy, dirty people. You're respecting them. You're respecting everything over an innocent black woman who is just doing good. She is doing good out here. But y'all against that. Y'all want to sit down there, drag her on the internet. We're going to let you continue with that either. And the truth is always going to come out. You took her raspberry jam, blindfolded you damn fake eyes, blindfolded your hands as well. And guess what? Her raspberry jam, her raspberry spread scored more than anything, even including the Trader Joe's. Say hallelujah. Yes, that part right there. Can I get a witness? Yes, can I get a witness? Guys, I hope y'all guys gonna have a good day. I just came right here to tell y'all guys we need to go revisit all those Netflix and all those podcasts and put our ratings and get it to number 1. #1 all the way until the end. The other episodes are coming out. And you heard the queens talking about it right here. My queens on TikTok, Elizabeth Solari and my queen Bree, the champagne girl, and all those beautiful people. My brother from another mother, he thinks like me, Martin, with the Ministry of Hacks. God bless you all, guys. And thank you for supporting Harry, Meghan. God will bless you all. And you are blessed already. Just look at you. You're beautiful people. God bless you. Success Squad, I'm gonna talk to you guys again tomorrow because I got stuff to do, and I want you guys to go to Isabella Back's channel. Let's get the sister 10,000 subscribers. It's not moving. I've been asking y'all guys forever. I don't even know if y'all guys be listening to me. Maybe sometimes you guys just follow, listen to all those TikTokers and you don't even want to listen to me because my mouth is a little bit too sharp. But guess what? I ain't gonna shut up. And that's your sister right here. I know y'all love me. And y'all like when I tell the truth, don't you? And I'm gonna keep telling the truth. I'm just hoping this video goes through because you know... these people, when you tell them the truth, they do not like the truth. They hate the truth. Go to my brother Baron's channel and all the sexy friendly channels.